Thank you. What's up, people?
You know, but I'm real
What's up with the energy?
Social media. I even talk to doctors without.
What's up? All right. If I do anything else shitty, at least I said what's up really good. So let me share with you this big idea I have. Who wants to change a law with me? Raise your hands if anyone's down to change a law. I've changed a couple of laws over my time. Changed the law here in New York City around graffiti. And I have recently been focused on changing laws in 20 states in America. 20 states in America, it is still legal to corporally punish, physically discipline, with a paddle, students in public schools. 220,000 cases a year by the Department of Education's last count. Okay? That's what I want to talk to you guys about over the next 10 minutes. And if that wasn't disgusting enough, this is pretty goddamn disgusting, because that number, 200 billion a year, is the cost of dropouts in America, right? So you've heard all the talking heads and all the kumbaya, do good, do well guys, want to talk about, oh, give back, and, you know, like, that's good. There's a part, you know, look, there's a place for that. But as someone who has watched really good money chase this message around education reform, it occurred to me maybe there's a Tai Chi-like manner to attack and address this educational challenge. Rather than say get schooled, maybe we could talk about something else and have almost the equal and opposite effect and change our system. So it's really hard to focus today. That's why we're here, right? We are a part of this etherverse, or the metaverse, as Neil Stephenson would talk about. The internet has affected the ways that we market. And I decided to launch a campaign that would hopefully work in tandem with that, called Unlimited Justice. And Unlimited Justice is a platform designed to help us together work to abolish these laws that exist in 20 states. You'd think education starts with the head, right? Well, the reality is that it's starting from another bottom in some places. You know, the fact that in Texas, one boy told me a story just outside of Austin after he testified at the Supreme Court in Austin, Texas, that he got paddled for chewing gum. And he told me about his vice principal, who has a sign on the wall that says, "The beatings shall continue until morale improves." Okay? 2011, folks. I have this thing I call the imagine factor. I have this whole other thing. I have this thesis around authenticity. And one of the elements of authenticity is this notion of our ability to imagine. And I define the imagine factor as our vision for the future divided by our loyalty to nostalgia. Future, vision divided by the past, right? The past, the future. The past, the future. How is our loyalty affecting our ability to imagine? It's not like the green issue, this ed reform conversation. It's not like you go down to Home Depot, you change the light bulb, you get the ugly light bulb, and you feel like, you know, you're changing the world, right? You get that sense of gratification. This video, which the audio isn't here for, but which is fine. It's a video from one of the promotional videos made, one of the many around Waiting for Superman. You kind of know how this is going to go. You know, we're the worst, we suck. You know, 14 in the world. You know, 20th in math, here we rank, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you get that. We've all been waiting for Superman. But you kind of get the sense that he's been taking a nap, because the kryptonite is hyper-local. See, education is a real messy kitchen, and it's super hyper-local, governed by unions, local governing bodies, and on a national stage, it goes over your head. You know, you get the feeling it's really inside baseball. Charter school, that, voucher, this. It's all 500, batting 500, how many at-bats. It's just hard to follow. They haven't mainstreamed it in the way that, like, Smokey the Bear mainstreamed, like, the need to stop forest fires, or those buckle up for safety dummies. That's what we really need in this country. We need to use, like, a buckle up for safety moment. We need an AIR campaign. Now, today, it's my belief that social media could afford us much of what PSAs did back in the day when there were only, let's say, 20 or 30 cable channels, back when those campaigns became effective. So what did I do with Fight the Paddle? Well, when we started on March 1st, it was legal in 20 states to paddle kids. And if you look at our underemployment and our unemployment rates, and our underemployment rates relative to college graduates, we've been selling a lot of business degrees this way, but jobs are going like this, right? So something's broken. If you look at this map, this is really kind of a fascinating map because all the gold is the states that have the lowest high school graduation rate, around 50 to 65%. If you look at that and you overlay that, all the black states are the states that have corporal punishment legal. See a trend, right? Of the bottom 10 worst performing states in the union, 8 are legal for corporal punishment. So if we're nostalgic for that, what else maybe are we nostalgic for, right? United. So I launched this campaign, and I bought billboards, outdoor conventional media, and this image is funny. This is in Tallahassee. They wouldn't let me run a picture of the naked ass because that would be offensive. You follow what I'm saying here? They wouldn't let me run a picture because it would be, so they made me do a cartoon. It wasn't offensive to hit kids in schools, but it's offensive to have a picture of an ass out on the street. Isn't that ironic? Here's another one. You know, I was going directly at politicians, and, you know, yes, there's an app for that. So I created an app, okay? I'm sorry. Everyone needs an app, right? And it has game mechanics, okay? But the game mechanics are built on a different sort of game, right? My thesis, and if you go to unlimitedjustice.com and you go to Facebook/unlimitedjustice, you could see this, is you go through Facebook, you connect to the Facebook Connect API, you could reach all your friends, solicit them to join. There's a doctrine, it's sufficiently apolitical, it's not like trying to take a position right or left. This isn't about right or left, it's about right and wrong. You could contact every legislator with an email to fax API, right? Just at the click of a button, right? And it keeps score, and there's a leaderboard, and, you know, it's a lot of fun. And at South by Southwest, we had this booth where you could get paddled. We set up an automated paddle machine, and it actually had the different intensities of the states, kind of taking the piss out of it. And strangely enough, we ended up downloading about 150,000 units of this app. It's crazy, right? It was like the #1 education app, and what's really crazy is the reviews. 3 out of 5 stars, right? If you go look at, you read the ratings, and this was from like the first hour after release, when there's only 9 ratings. Go there now. It's not rating the conversation. It's not rating the app. They're rating the conversation, if it's good or bad. It's kind of fascinating. I've never seen that with an app before. No mention of the actual product or the tool. Well, I'm happy to say that in 8 weeks, we managed to, in the 2 states where there was legislation being activated, which we worked close on the ground with legislators, we managed to flip New Mexico. Yay. So from 20 to 19 states. It's crazy. I've been working on Everform for 10 years, and in 6 or 8 weeks, we had that kind of effect, right? And thankful to Governor Martinez. She helped us sign the bill into law. So what can you guys do today? What's the ask? What's my ask? Okay? Texas. 50,000 kids. Wow-pow! Paddled. All right? 50,000 kids. 100 butt cheeks. 100,000 butt cheeks. All right? A year. They lead the nation in paddling. As it turns out, name the school in Texas, Alvin, Texas, has the highest incidence, 14%. In the middle school, 14% of the population relative to 4%, highest incidence of paddling. What do you think the name of the school is? George Bush, Gandhi, Walt Disney School. You can't make this shit up. Okay? So House Bill 359 passed the Ed Committee, worked with Representative Alma Allen, went down there, had kids come testify. Got it into the full House, and now it sits on the governor's desk, okay? Governor Rick Perry. Handsome gentleman. Seems sufficiently nice. Nice boots, right? Nice Texas stamp on the boot. He's been eyeing a new home. If any of you guys follow politics, he's looking to move into the White House. If you want to get in touch with Governor Perry, why don't you go ahead and send him a tweet at Governor Perry. Ask him to end paddling in schools now. Hashtag fight the paddle at unlimited UNLTD justice. He's in New York right now. He's with a good buddy of mine, the former Mayor Giuliani. And if you want to get in touch with Mayor Giuliani, his Twitter address is at Rudy Giuliani. And what you could tell him is tell at Governor Perry to sign HB 359. Paddling in public schools is so last century. Fight the paddle. So, anyways, guys, that's what I was here for. We have until Sunday, literally, this Sunday is when the end of the legislation period in Texas ends. So if you're with me, go to Unlimited Justice, and thank you for having me, guys. Thank you for 140. You know, thank you for this. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you, guys. See ya. Question. I don't know that it wouldn't have come to light, but we certainly gave a lot of air cover to legislators on the ground. And I think the more that we can do, I looked at it as like, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I've been kind of pissing in the wind, like helping 100 kids, 1,000 kids, and eventually you just look at the state of where we're at. We got to go bigger, faster. So that's what it's about. See you guys. Peace.